I guess this is an emergency recording. Obviously, this has been a terrible week because of the death of Charlie Kirk. I haven't said anything about it, but on my multiple platforms, I've made many, many comments. I think even on this platform, but um, toward. I'm trying to remember something, actually. I just had to give that memorial. I have a lot more to say on that. Hopefully, I'll live long enough to say it, but toward stepping on ash, toward salts and water. There was a phrase before that made the whole thing like there. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of what I was thinking of, but the lightning, the brainstorm, literally the brainstorm, the lightning striking everywhere, and I'm trying to ball up that lightning and preserve it. I'm trying to, because there was something I want to remember. This is a diary entry, not necessarily a post. Uh, but I didn't. This is the easiest. This is the easiest way for me to save things, because as my phones die, as they always fucking do, I can always come back to here, or at least now. I lost a lot of social media pages. I had a nice, I had what I think was a really really nice MySpace page back in the day. I really think it was a really nice MySpace page. It was really good. I had a lot of my friends on there. And once it evaporated, a part of me died. MySpace was actually a really, really good app. Everybody laughs at MySpace, but it was a really, really good app. And the whole premise from when I came to it was like it was very much like a song app. So for anybody, like, there was nothing ever like it. Yeah, there was Napster, there was, dark web or Pirate Bay shit, or I forget, BitTorrent. That was big back in the day. I just recently learned that BitTorrent still exists, and I don't even know how. I haven't been in that space for 20 years, 25 years, something like that, or somewhere, or at least 20 years. And But yeah, MySpace was really awesome. When I got onto MySpace, it's like you could post pictures, you could find your friends, and this is the thing too. Before Facebook came, when Facebook first came around, it was for college people only. So when I was on MySpace, I think when I joined MySpace, it was right around the same exact time that Facebook was formed, and I didn't know about Facebook, but I think it was about right exactly at the same time. And like I could post 4 songs. So I could record a song, and it was different recording songs back then, but not that much different. It was just slightly different. And you could post it. You could post 4 songs. And you could find your friends, and you could make like it was great. It was limited, and it was the only thing. It was so great. I reconnected with so many people in my life, and I made so many local new friends. I found so much awesome music, local music. I still have the downloads saved on my, like, I think I have like a 256 gigabyte hard drive that I've had for like 20 years, which was a gift from my girlfriend at the time, that was left her roommate, her estranged roommate, had an boyfriend whose brother visited for one night, and, 6 months before, had accidentally left a hard drive, not a hard drive, the external storage unit, which probably at that time was probably like a $300 or $400 item, at least. It was top of the line. And based on what I saw on that, I looked at it a couple times, not all of it, but I looked at it a couple times and I more or less got the idea of this guy. There's all kinds of personal information on there. I didn't use any credit cards, PIN numbers, like everything. I just was like, eh. But I haven't looked at it for, when was that? When was that? 20. It was before 2012. It was before 2011. It was maybe 2010. So at least I haven't looked at that for at least, well, no. I looked at it, I received it somewhere between 2010 and 2012. And I looked at it maybe at 2013 or 2014. No, it's 2020. So for at least 11 years, like I looked at it once. Well, I looked at it at that file maybe like 5 times, but I only did like a big deep dive like once. And there's still like oceans of information there, but I got a pretty good idea of the dude. But what do? You receive. I don't know. It's weird. I guess back then I had a little more of that thief mentality, but what do I do with it now? And that dude ain't no saint. That dude ain't no saint. Let me tell you. I got more on that guy. Now I can't remember what I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. There's something I forgot. There was like 3 things. 2 of them I remembered. The one that came first I forgot. What was the 2 I remembered? It's how I started this video. I could stop this video and go rewatch the beginning of this video, and then now I know, but if I do that, I can't remember the other thing and tell it on the same video. That's the conundrum of life. We can't pause. We have to keep going. Straight through everything. Whether we remember or whether we forget. It's the faith inside of us, the mercy, the grace, the providence, the provenance, everything. However we came to be this way. I'm trying to follow that North Star of what I was beginning with. I lost it the first time, but forgetting what I even started thinking about before I pressed record. And now, after I've pressed record, I forgot the other 2 things that I said. What the fuck did I say? What was it? I'll remember. Or give myself a chance. If I don't do it this time, maybe I'll do it next time. And if not the next time, the time after that. I don't know. Can I pause it? I really want to get this out. Can I pause it? See the pause button. What can I do with that? Can I watch it? Can I pause it? Watch it? And then start again? Did I write anything down? Sometimes I write things down. Sorry, I've had several drinks, so I'm a little bit woozy. Trying to remember. When I get philosophical, I kind of lose track of time, and sometimes I forget, like, did I do that five, like, I don't always feel this way, but when I get philosophical, whether it's bullshit or not, like, I start forgetting, like, 5 minutes ago or yesterday or 5 days ago sometimes, because of the, like, when you're steeped, like when you're steeped in the prophetic realm, and there's, yeah, false prophets and prophets share the same realm. It's the same wheelhouse. Only prophets understand false prophets, and only false prophets understand prophets. It's the same place. It's that compartment of purgatory where a very real and very present battle is fought. In my humble, arrogant opinion, I'm both humble and arrogant. I'm very arrogant, and in my arrogance, I submit humbly the embarrassment of exposing my arrogance, and also a prayer to sweet Lord, lift the plate, lift the form, lift the armor of arrogance from me, so that I can be simply humble alone. Not really. God forbid. Pure humility is a death sentence. And there are few people who can survive hell and kill death. And suffer self-humility. Self-humility is the death sentence of all death sentences. And I think a prudent review of all histories doesn't only suggest, doesn't only imply, doesn't quite prove, but strongly demands that the man most commonly referred to as Jesus Christ did it best. Many others have done it very well, but he's the one that did it best. He fought the war that will someday kill war. Let me say that again. He's the ultimate general in the war of peace. Today, in London, in a vigil, the people cried out, Christ is King. Yes, and that means many things. 99.99999% of them good. Of course, evil uses good things for darkness, but the light shone in the darkness, and the darkness perceiveth it not. The light shone in the darkness, and the darkness does not comprehend it, etc., etc. Not, what is it? It's et cetera, etc. But a lot of people say etc. They put the C before the T in pronunciation. But so what? That's the way language works, right? Don't hold it against them. Either way. I don't know where we were going, but I think we got there. And the piece I forgot, I'll get to it later. If God lets me. But he might take me now. Just like he took Charlie. Charlie's work was done. Our work goes on until God calls us home, like Charlie was called home. I have no suspicion that God will call me home. God might kick me out, but I'm still trying to help you get home to God. Let's say God kicks me out. I'm out either way. But I will, okay, so say God kicks me out of heaven. And then I think a lot of people would think, well, then God's my enemy, and I'm going to pull others down into hell with me. The reason I think that is because I understand that point of view. I've entertained that point of view way too much in my life. Perhaps that's the very reason that it will be my downfall. But at the same time, now as I'm older, knowing that most of the things I've ever wanted, I won't have, but also knowing that most of the things I've ever wanted, I actually don't even want anymore, because the only reason I wanted them was because other people wanted them. That's a great gift. That's a great richness. That's a great wealth of knowledge. It makes money a little less valuable, even though money never loses its temptation. Never. You always have to be really, really careful with money. And I'm saying that not someone who was responsible with money his whole life, but someone who was irresponsible his whole life. But I'm still alive. I didn't think I'd be. I don't suspect I will be. I thought I was going to die 10 years ago. I thought I was going to die 20 years ago. I thought I was going to die 30 years ago. I'm still here. I think I'm going to die today. But I felt this way for a really long time, and I'm still here. So that means I might be here for another 10 or 20 or 30 years, maybe, or another year, or whatever. I'm still here. There's still work to do. I'm gonna die. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't been pretty this far. But it has been pretty. It has been pretty.